Hello, my gardening friends. It's Sue Ann here, and welcome back to my garden. I know it's been a minute since I have been on YouTube or filmed a video, but it's just been so hot. I've been in survival mode, just trying to keep my plants alive. So just doing a ton of watering and some maintenance, keeping some of my potted plants in a pool of water or like a tub of water so that it's being like bottom watered, which is a good tip, by the way. Mulching some of my precious plants like my hydrangeas and my foxgloves. Yeah, those are kind of my little tips and tricks for helping me keep things hydrated and surviving. So I just wanted to hop on here real quick to show you what is looking so beautiful in July. So let me turn the camera around and show you some beautiful flowering plants. Okay, I am going to start with my gorgeous cone flowers. This is Poperia echinacea, which is the common coneflower, but they are far from common. They are just stunning. This is its second year in the garden, and they are so tall. They were tall-ish last year, but they have grown taller. I did not expect it to be so all up in my redbud tree here. This is flamethrower redbud, and it is, oh, I just love the colors. It's just gorgeous. Look at all the colors in this one tree, right? Oh my goodness. It's so beautiful. And the leaves are so gorgeous. Look at these leaves. They're like heart-shaped leaves. We've got the burgundies, we've got lime green, we've got yellow, gold, and then soon we'll have some orange. I love this tree. Let me give you some quick stats on it. So, flamethrower cercis, or redbud, known for its burgundy, red to yellow and green foliage. Color is persistent throughout the season, and that is the truth. It is full of color. Mature size 15 to 20 feet, high by 15 feet wide, and zones 5 to 9. In the spring, it has beautiful pink flowers on the branches. It's beautiful. Although I didn't get a lot of those pink flowers, I'm hoping it's because my tree's young and that I will get more as it matures. But this is a winner. It's a stunning, stunning tree. So, okay, so there's my cone flowers, which is a must-have. I'm going to insert a little bit of video just showing how the butterflies love this plant. So I will add that in. But yeah, every garden needs some coneflowers for sure. Look how tall they are. So beautiful. Okay, this is my favorite view of the garden right now. My limelight hydrangeas. Oh my gosh, isn't that so beautiful? Look at these babies. Oh, the blooms are gorgeous. That beautiful limey color. And then in the fall, when it starts to cool down a little bit, they should turn a little bit pink, just like a blush of a pink. Oh my gosh, I love this plant so much. This is my baby. And I baby these plants. I give them extra water every day in July and August and even into September, because of course hydrangeas love water. They love water. And it's so hot here. It's hot, it's dry, they need extra water. So that is what I'll do. Okay, so I have two different varieties. This one here is Limelight Prime. It's the improved version of the original Limelight. However, for me, what I've noticed is that it is floppy. It's very, very floppy. and I'm supporting it with these metal stakes here. But it does bloom about a week to 2 weeks earlier than Limelight. That's a plus, right? And this is supposed to be not quite as big, a little bit more compact than Limelight Prime. But I don't think, excuse me, a little bit more compact than the original Limelight, because Limelight gets to be like 8 feet tall and wide. I don't think it's going to get that big here in this warm, hot, dry climate. But it's nice to know that, you know, these will be manageable. But I love them so much. And let's take a look at Limelight. So this is the original Limelight. It is standing nice and tall, upright. It is bigger than Prime. The blooms will also be bigger. Ooh, I got a little bit of scorching here. After we're done with this video, I'm gonna give this baby a little bit more water, another little drink. But look at these blooms. Look at that. Let's see, this one is probably the most open. Look how big that is. It's so gorgeous. It's just so beautiful. I can't stop staring at this plant. Now, I did want to point something out. Okay, so take a look at my leaves. Do you see how they're kind of on the yellow side, but the veining of the leaf is green? Well, this is an iron deficiency known as chlorosis. And so I have to make sure that I amend this plant. I've got to supplement this plant with a little bit of iron, chelated iron. Let me show you what I use. And all I do is once a week, I put a couple of ounces in a watering can and pour it down on the base of the plant by the roots. And it is going to help correct some of that iron deficiency, because if we don't, then the plant will not be able to photosynthesize. And if it doesn't photosynthesize, then it won't be able to get the energy and nutrients that it needs to grow. And it will end up withering away and die. So I'm gonna need to keep up on it. I've been doing it for a couple weeks here, and I'm gonna continue until I see progress. I do see progress with Prime. Prime was just as yellow as the original, and this is greening, like the leaves look darker green, and it's greening up. So I'm happy to see that. Look at this one. Look at that bloom. Oh my goodness. So gorgeous. Okay, enough about Limelight. The other thing I wanted to show you was my garden center already got mums. And I was drawn to just how green they were. I love that they were just these mounded green forms. They looked like a breath of fresh air out of the hot nursery. So I brought a few home, and I'm okay if they stay green like this for a little while and take their time to bloom. But I did get like a pinky, lavendery, purple mums that I'm looking forward to seeing. Okay, what else? Next up, Russian sage. Look at this beauty. It is such a pretty plant and loves the heat. So a definite winner, perfect for this time of the year. And I hope this spreads. I want more of this. I want like big patches of this on this side and on the other side of the mound. So this is another winner here. It's got that icy purple, icy, you know, sagey leaves, and then the purple little plumes. Oh, I love it so much, and it smells good. It smells so good. So, Russian sage, another summer winner. And of course, my iceberg roses are still putting out blooms. My goodness, it's a workhorse. Love this plant. I could deadhead, but it's just too hot. It's just too hot. And then my blue glow aloe looking pretty. But look at that. Look at the Helen von Stein lambs here. Tough, tough, tough. Tough as nails. Loving the heat. Another winner. Another winner. Okay, now, this is a volunteer. Do you see this tall plant here? Just self-seeded itself. If any of you know what this is, please let me know. I'm just kind of curious to know what it's going to do. So I'm gonna ride it out. Ride it out and see what happens. Okay, and just beyond that, look at this. My goodness. Mystic Spires Salvia for the win. Still looking gorgeous. And it really looks pretty with this yarrow. Isn't that a pretty combination? And I must say, the barrel cactus, I love them. They're adorable. And I love that shape, those spheres. Just really adds some texture to the garden. So loving, loving this. My aeoniums, not so much. This is what happens in the summer. They kind of close up and they're trying to hibernate and protect themselves from this heat. In the fall, when it cools off, they'll open back up. Look at these guys. More aeoniums. There's Workhoff. Workhoff's looking okay, but my sunburst, they're a little sun scorched, which that's not gonna hurt them at all. When it cools off, new growth will come and those will kind of fade off. So no biggie, no biggie. Okay, the last thing I wanted to show you, one more sage. Texas sage. Texas sage was so beautiful about a week ago. It was in prime. In its prime. It's got some blooms on here still. See how pretty these lavender blooms are? This is a shrub that I limbed up into a small ornamental tree. Isn't that cute? So I've got one here, and the other one, its little sister, is over there. Let's see, I'll try to zoom. You see that? Right there. So, Texas sage, another winner. And I'm gonna put in another little B-roll, some B-roll of butterflies all over this plant as well. And mind you, there is no irrigation over here. So all it gets is rainfall, so natural water, and maybe during this time of the year, I will try to supplement some water about once a week in this xeriscape garden here. Other than that, it's on its own and it's doing fabulous. All right, my friends, I hope you enjoyed this quick little tour. Maybe it wasn't so quick after all, but those are my July highlights of really tough, heat-loving plants that are thriving and just showing off right now. All right, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.